So I go to this restaurant and I get an offer at 3:10 p.m. Unfortunately, I don't have the screenshot of the order itself of the time I received it, but it said the order was late due to extreme lateness and there was road construction on Glendale Avenue and Litchfield. So I couldn't get to the restaurant nearby right away. And I get the warning if I don't appear to be heading toward the restaurant 2 minutes away from the restaurant. I don't know why that got repeated. Then I get there and the order was already taken from somebody else. Wonderful. On the to-go rack that wasn't assigned to them. So I had to call DoorDash, and then DoorDash had to call the restaurant and basically beg them to make the order again. And then the restaurant's yelling at DoorDash saying, but then we're going to lose money. And they said, yes, but then our Dasher's going to lose money. Unfortunately, James, you know they don't care about the Dasher at the restaurant. Also, basically what they were trying to tell them is that they shouldn't have the to-go rack in front of the counter right next to the door where somebody can just walk in and snatch it. It's very unorganized. That I kind of agree with. So that driver rep was okay. They got the order made. I even put it in the app while I was waiting for the order and etc. I then proceeded to the delivery after it's made. Smooth transaction so far. Then I get to the customer's apartment building and he basically gives me step-by-step instructions of how to get there because the numbers were all confusing. That's from Dino saying it like it is. Then I get to the person's apartment and I deliver the food and he spots me in the back balcony. So I just hand it to him and he hands me a $5 bill added to the order. And he says, use this for extra stuff since you went out of your way to get my food and make sure that everything was fine. And you texted me back and forth. And I appreciate keeping me posted and keeping me in the loop about the food, which is awesome. Because I texted the customer and he said he didn't get the food yet, meaning that the order was never assigned to anybody else. It was assigned to me or was, and then the person took the food and then reassigned it. And then I showed up at the restaurant, which is very possible. Then I deliver it to the guy. Then I deliver it and the guy was very thankful. But here's the best part. When I delivered it, and even he saw it with his eyes on his end, when I was marking the order as delivered, he saw the contract violation and he said to me, dude, that's messed up that you took every effort you can for me to get this order and they're going to charge you with a violation. I agree. So I called up DoorDash and they told me that my order was extremely late when all I did was go to the restaurant and pick it up. And they claimed I was nowhere near the restaurant while I was waiting for the order. Even the guy that was the customer said I wasn't at the restaurant, or at least he thought because the GPS said that I was standing still at another location. And so did DoorDash's GPS saying that, so why am I being charged with a violation that DoorDash happened to? Because also the next order, I'm going to the next restaurant and I had to call the DoorDash rep again because when I was marking that order as arrived, it said I was nowhere near the restaurant when I was in the restaurant waiting for the order. So how can I be blamed for something that wasn't my fault? It doesn't make any sense. And then DoorDash said that they're going to look into the quote unquote investigation. So now I have to stay on them and make sure that they don't deactivate me for something that wasn't my fault. The customer sort of has my back, but I don't know if they're going to be able to call him and ask him anything. But I did tell the rep on the phone that he would be a witness, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I really hope this contract violation gets removed almost immediately because I should not be charged for something that was not my fault. I can understand multi-apping and going to multiple restaurants and maybe that, but still I should not be charged for something that's not my fault. 100%. I agree with you, James. That's BS, and chances are they're not going to remove that contract violation because anytime you call DoorDash about that, they're like, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. This is why I cannot stand these contract violations that they're doing on all these companies now, man. It's got to stop. So drivers and dashers, what do you think James should do other than trying to contact DoorDash? Because otherwise she's going to have to wait 90 days for those contract violations to expire or whatever. So it's ridiculous.
This video has been brought to you by the Paid to Drive membership program. Get started today by clicking the join button now.